Have you ever noticed that even though there are a ton of restaurants out there that we tend to eat from the same places? Well, I've got to introduce you to Korean BBQ, more specifically Edward Song. He's the creator of the Korilla Korean BBQ truck and restaurant. This Queens-born native started the business with a few friends from the block, and just 5 years later, and not yet 30, has been named one of the most successful food trucks from Forbes magazine, and has taken the name Korilla not just nationally, but internationally. So how did this Columbia graduate with basically no culinary skills start a food revolution? You know where I'm going with this. It all starts with those words we've all said just a couple of times. So what am I doing with my life? Let's find out. I went to the food truck, and of course it's the one food truck I noticed because it was like orange and black zebra stripes, which is fantastic branding, by the way. And I tried the kimchi fried rice, and I was done. Yeah. And I was like, I gotta. And then I heard the store, and I was like, I have to get them down here. So how did this whole situation start? Because you told me that you don't even really cook.
Yes, that's a fact. I don't cook. I always feel like, generally speaking, I can try to cook and produce something mediocre, or I can try to, instead of spending time cooking, think of a solution to get a better result. So Grubhub, Seamless, they're my home chefs at the end of the day. But the way that we started the business was really, we were a product of the recession in 2008. So what happened was I graduated college in October of 2008, which was like in the middle of the biggest, recession we've seen this part of the millennium, right? And all the jobs that were intended for me, or all the jobs that I was supposed to land, like for example in finance field or marketing, let's say, that was kind of like my little pet passion, all dried up. But when that happened, I didn't really feel anything at all. I just felt that that's great. It kind of gave me a get out of jail free card. Now, finally, I can kind of do whatever the hell I want. And so, of course, I got into something that I had no idea on how to do, which was food business.
How did you try to even make your way in there with the food truck?
So I did it the way that normal people would have done it, which was that during that time, food trucks in 2008 weren't a big deal. They were still kind of remnants of like the bygone era, and so they became antiquated, and people really didn't give it two seconds, right? No one did a head turn, be like, oh, that's a cool food truck. No one did that in 2008. And so we still, well, in my mind, I still needed to go into brick and mortar. I still needed to establish a physical spot for me. That was how you get into the food business, and that's how you start food business. I spent about a year or two going to every single listing and meeting every single broker. In my mind, I thought it was a renter's market. I thought the landlords were hurting. They were just desperate for some young, hungry entrepreneur to just take it and be like, yes, I'm going to do you right and pay you rent and stuff like that. I never got past the first base. When they saw me, I think it was like they saw somebody young, so they automatically just didn't, give me credit.
Right.
But also, I really, had nothing going. I was a bunch of hot steam, and I really didn't even know what I was doing at all. I had no idea on how to negotiate a deal, real estate deal. I didn't know what to do even after that. I didn't have the team around me because I didn't even know what team members I needed. And I spent about 2 years trying to kind of learning from the bottom, like learning from crumbs, if you will. And I met my friend who had a food truck in Jersey City. He also went to the same school as I did. And so I asked him, hey, why aren't you in New York City as a food truck? You're not even from Jersey. Why are you doing a food truck in Jersey? You guys are kind of missing the point. You guys have to be in the center of the universe. Why are you all of a sudden? They're like, oh no, don't worry, Eddie, we're going there. I'm like, and then that's when my competitive juices started flowing. I was like, wait a minute, I'm a lifelong born and raised New Yorker. If you can do it, I can do it too. So then I started, actually attempting to get into the food truck, not realizing what it would lead to.
Right.
So it was kind of more of a spur of the moment, kind of this competition that landed me here.
Right. Hey guys, we're behind the counter and I'm here with Young, the executive chef of Korilla, and he's gonna show us how to make a couple of their signature delicious dishes. So Young, what are we starting with?
Today we're starting with bacon kimchi fried rice first, and after that we'll be making tiger balls.
So good. This message is for Kate Moss. Kate, I know you said nothing tastes as good as Skinny feels, but you've got to try this kimchi fried rice. It is so lemon.